Shall we start now?
Yes.
Om Vaktratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryesha Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavati Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunakto Sahaveyam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastamavidvishavahe Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Okay, you can repeat after me. We keep reading the text. It will be useful. So if you keep reading, at least you can memorize the basic definitions. It is it's worth repeating after me. I'll do from the prayer verse onwards. Every class I will start from the prayer verse and up to the current verse. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattvabodho Bhidiyate Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannadhikarinam Moksha Sadhana Bhutam Tattva Viveka Prakaram Vakshamaha Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Ihamutrartha Palabhoga Viragaha Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi Mumukshutvam Cheti Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Kaha Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tadvyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam Ayam Eva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Viragaha Kaha Yasvarga Bhogeshu Hicharahityam Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi Ka Shamaha Damaha Upparatihi Titiksha Shraddha Samadhanam Chayiti.
Titiksha Shraddha Samadhanam Chayiti.
Shamahakkaha.
Shamahakkaha.
Mano Nigrahaha.
Mano Nigrahaha.
Damahakkaha.
Damahakkaha.
Chakshuradi Indriya Nigrahaha.
Chakshuradi Indriya Nigrahaha.
Uparamahakkaha.
Uparamahakkaha.
Swadharmanushtanam eva.
Swadharmanushtanam eva.
We discussed up to Uparamaha. Today we will take up the next qualification in the sixfold disciplines for discussion. That is Shraddha. Shraddha Kidrishi.
You wouldn't repeat the Titiksha ka, right? You finished Titiksha, right? You stopped with the Swadharmacharana, Swadharmanushtanameva. You taught us last week Titiksha also.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying, we didn't repeat. We usually go up to the point where you start. That's what I mentioned. Sorry.
Okay, fine. We'll do Shraddha. Titiksha we'll do in the next class.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shraddha Kidrishi.
Shraddha Kidrishi.
Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha.
Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha.
Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu.
Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu
Vishwasaha Shraddha.
Vishwasaha Shraddha.
Okay. Titikshaka Shitoshna Sukha Dukha Sabhishnutvam. Anyway, that I missed out. We will do in the next class. Now we can mute your mic. We will discuss on Shraddha today. We started in the previous class. You can mute your mic, please. Okay. The word Shraddha, it is translated as belief or faith. It is a general translation, but it is not a good translation. Really speaking, it is not a good translation. Now we will try to understand what Shraddha is, and then we can attempt to translate it if possible. We all know that Vedas are the revelations of Ishvara, Parameshvara. Vedas were revealed to the Rishi. So Rishati Dhyanati iti Rishihi. So Vedas were revealed to the Rishi. They are the revelations of Ishvara which were revealed to the Rishi, and through Rishi it has come down to us. So in accepting this statement that Vedas are the revelations of Ishvara, there is a certain faith involved. There is a certain faith involved is there. But it is not a blind faith. If anyone tells you that God has sent a Savior down to save you from eternal damnation, you may believe that person. You can buy that idea saying that God has sent him down to save you. This is a belief. This is also a belief. That is why some of the religions which are fundamentally committed to these kind of ideas, they are called faiths. But there is nothing called Hindu faith. We don't have Hindu faith. We have beliefs. In fact, we can say Vaidika Dharma. We have only Vaidika Dharma. We have a reason for it. We can give supporting arguments for our beliefs. Though they are not proving arguments, we can give supporting arguments. All our arguments will be based on the Shastra. And that is called Shruti Anukula Tarka. Tarka means reasoning. Anukula in keeping with. Shruti is Shastram. So Shruti Anukula Tarka. A reasoning that is conducive to understand, to assimilate what the Vedas reveal. Any belief you take, what we have, it will have supporting logic. It will not be against logic. We don't have illogical beliefs like other religions have, because any illogical belief, it confirms the possibility of the non-existence of the thing. We don't have any such belief. Once a Christian priest propagating Christianity, he came to Sringeri Mutt to meet, I think, Abhinava Vidyatirtha Swamigal. That Christian priest, he was working for the Christian mission, and he wanted to convert everyone to Christianity. He wanted to lead everyone to heaven. So he wanted to start a church near the mud and wanted to explain the people the greatness of Christian faith and attract them to Christianity. This was his intention. He came to the Sringeri Mutt, and Acharya asked him a few questions regarding his religion. When did your religion start? The priest replied, it was 2000 years before. Probably the person would have, I mean, it is true. Now it is 2015. It means it has a particular time, is 2000 years, 2015 years, 16 years before the religion was started. So it becomes clear now that there is a known beginning of this religion. This religion has got a beginning. Were there people living before the existence of this religion? Yes, there were people living before the start of this religion. You claim that only those following your religion will go to heaven, and all the rest of them will go to hell. That is what you claim. That is the priest claims. So, if that is so, what about all those billions of people who lived before the start of your religion? Did they all go to hell? Acharya asked. Then the priest said, I'm sure they all went to hell because of not following our religion. Now, you see, is this view logically correct? This person forms a new law now and punish the people who existed before the framing of the law for not following the religion. Doesn't it look ridiculous? How can the people who lived before know that this religion which will be framed in future and follow them? How can the all-merciful Lord push these people to hell? Acharya has such questions. The priest was confused. That now the priest agreed that the people who lived before the existence of this religion, they might have gone to heaven. If it is agreed that people who existed before the forming of this religion went to heaven, how true is that only those who currently follow this religion will reach God? Also, how true is that those who don't follow this religion go to hell? Therefore, it should be agreed that all the people before the existence of this religion went to heaven. Now, after Christianity came into existence, how correct is that to say that people will go to hell because of not following this religion? So is it not injustice that by framing a new religion, you send those who are not followers of Christ to hell? There seems to be no logic in the reasoning of the priest. Now the Acharya gave another logic to dismiss his argument. When children die, where will they go? Do they go to hell or heaven? Children cannot commit sins to go to hell. It means certainly they will go to heaven. It means that our parents, they have committed a grave mistake, a great mistake of not letting us die as children. If we were killed immediately after birth, we would have directly gone to heaven. We would not have grown up, commit a mistake of not following that religion and go to hell after we die. Now the priest argument was totally torn to pieces. The priest was shattered by the Acharya's argument. This is called tarka. This is a very simple tarka, simple reasoning. By simple reasoning, we can easily negate the beliefs of other faiths. But that is not our goal. We are not interested in it. What we are talking now is Shruti Anukula Tarka. That is a reasoning that is conducive to assimilate what the Vedanta, the Upanishads reveal. I'll give some examples of Shruti Anukula Tarka. What happens to the jiva after death? The jiva departing from the body is not visible because it is subtle. The jiva survives death. The jiva survives death is a belief, but we are supporting arguments. It is not simply a belief. We are supporting arguments. We hear many instances like people remembering their past life and past connection, and it has been verified to be true. In fact, some people, they carry the past life talents to the new life. We know many instances like that. This is one supportive argument. Now, the other one. We all know the conservation of matter. No one can destroy matter. No one can destroy energy. In fact, matter is neither created nor can be destroyed. That is the law of conservation of matter. So either matter or energy, they are always in one form or the other. There is no much difference between the two. They are convertible. We know the mass-energy relation. So no one can destroy even an ounce of matter. No one can destroy even a quantum of energy. We know this. We have this scientific knowledge. Our physical body, it is just made of matter, energy. But we are not just a physical body. We are conscious human beings. We are conscious of matter and energy. We are conscious of physical body. Therefore, how can it be accepted that a conscious being should also come to end when the body dies? When these two, that matter and energy, are not destroyable, we need not assume that conscious being to be destroyed. It means what? The jiva survives after death. So if matter and energy cannot be destroyed, the assumption that the conscious being also survive is an argument to support the Shruti statement that the jiva survives the death of the body. We have another belief, that is, a jiva after death reincarnates. It takes another janma, and that janma can be anywhere in the universe. It can be any loka. There are 14 lokas are there. So the jiva can reincarnate itself in any form in any of the loka. We all have a certain experience of papam and punyam. We know what is papam, punyam. The punya phalam, it makes you be present at the right time, at the right place. In fact, that is called success. So if you are at the right time, at the right place, it means you have punyam. It means what? It shows that there is something else working for you, other than your effort, your prayatnam. That something else which works along with your prayatnam, what is that? That is called karma. That is called karma. When we say karma, it means what? We are bringing the past. The past action has got a phalam, that is punyam, and that punyam, it comes in the form of a pleasant experience, sukham. That punya which you have earned through karma, which is adrishtam, not seen, it has a basis in shastram. So we accept shastra as a means of knowledge for papam, punyam, that the survival of jiva, the jiva's reincarnation. So therefore we accept the Vedas as a means of knowledge. Why? Because it has come from Ishvara himself. We know that Vedas are divided into two portions, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. The Karma Kanda, the first portion of the Veda, it talks about sadhana, sadhya. Sadhana means sadhya is the end. Veda talks about unknown means for known ends. For instance, let us take the known ends like wealth or progeny or rain. These are all the known ends, for which we have the unknown means in the Shastram. We do know certain means, but those means are not adequate for these known ends. The Vedas reveal the unknown means that are in the form of the rituals. A ritual is nothing but a form of prayer. What does the ritual do? These rituals, it removes the obstacles that comes in our way. Therefore, we have unknown means for the known ends. For example, if you do the certain fire ritual like Kariri or the Japa, like Varuna Japa, it brings rain. Rain comes. Rain must come. Rain do come. Not must come. Rain do come. So we cannot conclusively say that the rituals, that is the means, and the effect, that is the rain, are unconnected. Again, these are all only supportive arguments. Shastra provides the unknown means for the known ends. Also, Shastra further, it talks of known means for the unknown ends. For example, you do something good for the society. You do a lot of charitable activities. They are all known good things that you do. You get punya for all this. Punya is adrishta, which is not seen by you. Because of punyam, you get into some favorable conditions, situations in life. If there is no particular mention in the Shastra of a specific result for any karma, what you do, we have a blanket rule that the result is Swargam. You go to Swargaloka. Then the Veda reveals both another this thing. That is, Veda reveals unknown means for the unknown end. It says, if you perform Jyotishtoma Yajna. Jyotishtoma Yajna is a particular type of ritual, which is not a known means. You can know only through the Veda. Therefore, I'm saying it's an unknown mean. The Jyotishtoma Yajna, if you do, you go to Swarga. How Swarga is, we don't know. It is an unknown end. So for the unknown means leading to the unknown end also, Veda is the Pramanam. Veda reveals that. We cannot say anything to prove that this is not true. Because Veda is an independent means of knowledge. Now, the same Veda, at the end portion of the Veda, Upanishad says, you are Ishvara, who is the cause of this entire Jagat. Jagat Karanam Brahma Tattvam Asi. This is what the Upanishads reveal. In this statement, there are two possibilities. Either what the Shastras say is wrong, it is blasphemous, or what the Shastra says is not understood by me. If you say it is wrong, it means you have no Shraddha. You don't have Shraddha in the Shastra. If you say, maybe Shastra is saying something which I don't understand, it means there is Shraddha. Shastram has a certain teaching, a certain methodology of communicating the Tattvam, the truth. The Guru tells his disciple, Shishya, Neha nanasti kinchana, all that is here is only one, there is no second thing. Now the disciple says, sir, you tell me that there is no second thing, but you are there, I am there, we are two. If two are accepted, many are accepted. There are many things in the world. How can you say there is only one? Here, the Shastra has a vision. That vision includes this division. The division is subject-object difference. The fact that the Shastra says that there is no duality shows it accepts the seeming duality. Otherwise, it will not say there is no duality. The negation itself shows that the Shastra sees the duality very clearly. Therefore, in spite of this subject-object difference that exists, the truth is revealed as non-dual. Shastra reveals that there is a reality. Shastra reveals that there is a reality knowing which everything is well known. In the Chandogya Upanishad, Shvetaketu, who had just returned from the Gurukulam, after his stay for a length of time, studying under Guru, he comes back home. His father called him and asked, did you ask your teacher for that knowledge, gaining which everything is known? Shvetaketu, he knows that his father was a great Vidwan, scholar. So he was asking a relevant question. Shvetaketu replied, if had my teacher known, definitely he would have taught me. He did not teach me. Therefore, he did not know that. Shvetaketu then asked, is there such knowledge at all? The father said, yes, it is there. Suppose out of clay you make different types of objects, such as pots, jar, lid, plate, cup, tumbler. So you make a variety of objects out of clay. You can count all these as different objects. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pot is one, jar is one, lid is one, cups are there, plates, tumbler. All these are there. There are many, right? But though there are many objects, but what about the clay? The clay is only one. So now there is only one thing is there, which is clay. So where are those different types of objects now? You see different objects and still dismiss them as nothing but one clay. That is, clay is the karanam, that is the cause, and all the products which are made out of clay are nothing but the effects. Pot is nothing but a form of clay. A lid is nothing but a form of clay. A cup is nothing but a form of clay. So everything is nothing but a form of clay. Clay is a cause. Pot is a effect. Clay is a cause. The plate is the effect. Clay is a cause. The lid is the effect. Even though there is no object for the word pot, really speaking doesn't exist. It is nothing but clay. So even though there is no object for the word pot, still there is some form that holds water. So you cannot dismiss a pot totally. Therefore, you have to say pot exists. But this is not a substantive. It is only a nama rupa, a name and a form. Pot is not an object as such. It is only a form. A form cannot be a substantive. A form is not an object. It is not a dravya. Therefore, a pot becomes an attribute of clay. Can you say that wherever there is clay, there is a pot attribute, potness? You cannot say. When you see the lid, there is no potness, only clayness is clay is there. When you see the jar, there is no potness. That's only, what is there is only the clay is there. So, pot is an incidental attribute to clay. That is the srishti, that is the creation. So, this is the argument given to Shvetaketu, and Shvetaketu was convinced. So, if I understand one thing made of clay, I have understood all that is made of clay. And that is the truth. That is true because what counts is only clay. Nothing else counts. Everything made of clay is counted. This is the beautiful illustration given in the Upanishad. Everything made of clay, they are not counted. They are discounted. Only what is counted is only clay. This is the beautiful illustration given in the Upanishads. In the same way, if there is one thing out of which everything has come, by which everything is sustained, and to everything resource goes back, if that one thing is understood, everything is as well understood. Everything else becomes an attribute of that one thing. That everything includes your body, mind, senses also. So, Vedanta talks about that main thing, knowing which everything is as well known, gaining which everything as well gained. The subject matter of the Shastram is this. The subject matter of the Shastram is revealing this truth. The subject matter of the Shastram, it cannot be the subject matter of any other Pramanam. It cannot come from any given intellect. It can come only from Ishvara. So, the Vedas are the revelations of Ishvara. If you look at the various means and ends of the Karmakanda, even the Karmakanda, it has come only from Ishvara. If you look at the Vedanta Shastra, the Upanishads, it has also come only from Ishvara. So, this is not a belief. The subject matter of Vedanta is not available for any other means of knowledge. One has to understand the nature of knowledge and the Ishvara properly. Therefore, one has to have Shraddha in the Shastra that Vedas is a valid means of knowledge to remove the Ajnanam. That is why Dharmaji tells Ashvalayana in the Kaivalya Upanishad, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogad Avegi. Understand what the Shruti says with Shraddha, Bhakti and Dhyana. The Shastra says you are already what you want to be. And for that, Shastram is only Pramanam. With the help of Shastra only you understand this. If what the Shastra says is valid, but we don't understand or we find it is self-contradictory or other pramanas comes in conflict with it, then what should we do? We need to resolve it. If Shastra says fire is cold, then there is anya pramana kopa. That is, it is in conflict with other means of knowledge. What is that? Pratyaksham. Fire cannot be cold. We know by pratyaksham. So Shastra doesn't say that also. Therefore, there should not be any contradiction with the other means of knowledge. That is how you have to understand the Shastra. This is how a Shastra is established as a valid pramana. Suppose the Shastra contradicts, then what will you do? You will dismiss the Shastra because you don't have Shraddha in the Shastra. If you have Shraddha, you will examine your understanding and you will look at the whole thing again to see whether you have understood the Tattva, the teaching of the Shastra properly. Therefore, what Shastra reveals, it is not verifiable by other pramana. Therefore, it is not a question of belief, it is a question of understanding. It is a question of Shraddha. Therefore, Shraddha is very important in this pursuit. That is why Bhagavan Krishna also said in the Gita, one who has Shraddha, he gains his knowledge, Tattvabodha. So, now you understand what Shraddha is. Shraddha is more than faith. Shraddha is understanding. Faith, you can say faith, trust. You trust in the words of the Shastra. Shraddha is kidrishi. Shraddha is of what nature? Shraddha is trust in the words of the teacher and the scriptures. Shraddha is defined as Vishwasaha. In the definition, it was defined as Vishwasaha. It is not faith or trust, but the clarity, the understanding that Shastram is a means of knowledge. Shastram is a means of knowledge which is arrived by a pramana vichara. The subject matter of the Shastram is not available for other means of knowledge. That clarity, that understanding is Shraddha. Kidrishi means what nature? Shraddha in what? Shraddha in the truthfulness of the words of the Vedanta, and also in the teacher who unfolds these words in keeping with the Sampradayam, which gives rise to Atmajnanam, self-knowledge. Okay, where is the need for this Shraddha? Shraddha in Vedanta is necessary because what Vedanta says is against our experience, our Anubhava. Shastram says you are Anandaha, you are Parabrahma, not Brahma, Parabrahma. But we don't understand that. Our Shastram doesn't say you are a sinner. We know we have done a lot of papas, but even then Shastram doesn't say you are a sinner. Whereas Shastram says you are omniscient. You are the cause of this entire Jagat. Jagat Karanam Brahma, that is Tomasi. So I go to a guru thinking that I have misunderstood the Shastram because Shastram says I am Jagat Karanam Brahma Agamasmi. Shastram says I am the cause of this Jagat. So I don't understand. So I go to a guru, and the guru, what does he do? He confirms what the Shastram says. I cannot accept what Shastram says. At the same time, I cannot dismiss what a Shastram says because Shastram is a means of knowledge. Therefore, Shraddha is necessary for the time being until I see, until I understand, until I assimilate the Tattva of the Shastra, the teaching of the Shastra. What the Vedanta says that I have to assimilate. Till then, I should have this. I should continue the pursuit. We cannot give up our pursuit halfway. Shraddha is necessary. For the time being, Shraddha is necessary. And all the way, when you go, you see, you understand, then you see what Shraddha has done to you. We can have this Shraddha because what the Shastram says is what the Shastram says is desirable for me. So we can have this Shraddha. To understand this Shraddha fundamentally, we have to look into how we gain knowledge in general. All types of knowledge in general can be divided into two categories. One is the knowledge which are gained which is gained through our senses, like eyes, ears, nose, etc. So, for example, what is the color of my shawl? Suppose if I ask you, you can see with your eyes and you can say it is yellow. That is a knowledge. And also knowledge, any knowledge, can be gained with the help of reasoning, with the help of logic, which is again based on the sensory knowledge, indriya pratyakshan. For example, you hear a sound and you say a train is going. So what is heard is sound, and from that you infer the movement of a train. So you come to know a lot of things in the world with the help of the senses and reasoning and all the other pramanams which we have seen in the beginning. Knowledge gained by senses or reasoning, they are one type of knowledge which is gathered by the human instruments of knowledge. The objects of the knowledge are all the objects of the world available for our objectification. We can call this jnanam as paurushayam. Purusha means human being. Paurushaya means that which falls within human instruments of knowledge. We read varieties of books like physics, chemistry, all scientific books. They all contain knowledge which are paurushaya. The knowledge which are gathered by directly observing the objects or arrived at by collecting the data and analyzing it. If you have any doubt in this knowledge or information, you can verify them by using the same means of knowledge at your disposal, like senses and reasoning. For example, we know water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. You can boil the water and find out the temperature with a thermometer. You can do it. So, we conduct our day-to-day life mainly with these types of knowledge, and it is adequate for our purpose. Now, number 2. When it comes to the knowledge of the self, Attvajnanam, the knower, then we have a peculiar problem. You can never become an object of yourself. Like I can see the shawl, but I cannot see myself, the self, Atma. I cannot see the self. I can either be subject or object, but I cannot be both at the same time. To know myself, if I make myself an object, then there will be no subject. No knower will be available. If I remain the subject knower, then I cannot know the self, which has not become an object. That means I am not available for knowing by any available pramanas like senses, reasoning, and so on. For any human instruments of knowledge, I am not available for knowing. Self is not available in front of the eyes for observation. There is no scope for being available for any scopes, like you cannot use any scope, telescope, microscope, no scope. You cannot even gather data about self for analysis because you cannot objectify the self. Therefore, science can never observe the self. We can know everything else except the knower himself. This human consciousness will be an eternal mystery because none can observe it. So, the self, the Atma is something which cannot be objectified by any human being. We can call this self-knowledge as apaurushaya jnanam. If it is apaurushaya jnanam, then we need an external pramanam. Everything else like a pot, a flower, or even the body, that which can be objectified can be known with the available means of knowledge at our disposal. Now, the rule is, any knowledge, it requires what? Shraddha. If you want to have Paurushaya Jnanam, then you should have Shraddha in the means of knowledge at your disposal. Anadina Nayat Siddhihi. Knowledge of any object is dependent on the Shraddha in the Pramana. I have absolute faith in my senses and I use them and gain knowledge. I don't question about their validity. Suppose I say, the color of my shawl is white. Will you believe? No, you have no Shraddha in my words. Why? Because your Shraddha is in your eyes alone. You will believe what your eyes see. That is called Pramanam. Even if I say white, you will not believe. Because you totally rely on the available instrument of knowledge at your disposal, your eyes. You believe that. You have Shraddha in your eyes alone. Now you can understand what is Shraddha. You trust your eyes. You don't trust what I say. My words are outside the pramanam. You don't say, I don't believe in my eyes. Eyes are Swata pramanam. Swata pramanam to objectify, to objectify the objects which are in front of you, to gain knowledge about the object which are in front of you by seeing it. Yes, Swata pramanam. It doesn't require to be verified by another pramanam. You don't consult your neighbor to ask whether my shawl is yellow. It is Swata pramanam. You see it and you see it as yellow. Unless, of course, if you have any defect in the eyes and you don't see clearly, probably then you may have to ask your neighbor. Otherwise, no, you don't need. And now this Anumanam, the reasoning is also self-proving. We have seen about Anumanam. You see smoke. You see clearly the smoke. And you conclude there is fire. There is no doubt that there is fire. Yatra yatra tumha tatra tatra vannihi. So you have absolute faith in reasoning also. Hearing the sound of the train, you infer that it is a train. You don't doubt it's a truck. It's a train. So, like any umpire or referee who is accepted as final authority for whether a batsman is out or not, similarly, for knowing the objects of the world, the senses and mind, they are the umpire. They are the pramana. You believe them. In the case of Atma, self, we saw we require an external pramanam, that is Vedas. The tradition looks upon pramanam, looks upon it as a pramanam for knowledge of apurusheya vishayas. The kind of Shraddha that you have in your eyes, you have to have the same Shraddha in the words of the Shastram also. Because Shastra Pramana gives the knowledge about you. You can discover the Shraddha only when you understand that self can never, the Atma can never become an object of our observation and study. Therefore, the Pramana has to come from outside. That is in the form of the words of Vedanta. Except for words of Vedanta, there is no other means of knowledge available for recognizing the Atma as Brahman. Therefore, Shraddha is important. In fact, Shraddha makes you listen now. Whether eyes see or not, how do you find out? You have to use your eyes and see. So too, if Vedanta works or not, how do you know? Vedanta has to prove, for which you have to expose yourself to Vedanta. How do you do that? Listening to the words of the Shastram through the Guru. So, either we can accept Vedanta as a pramana for self-knowledge, or we can remain a non-believer. This acceptance to have faith in Vedanta as a pramana for Atma Jnanam, that is called Shraddha. So, accepting Vedanta as a pramana for Atma Jnanam, it is Shraddha. So now you know it is not a mere belief. Like the other religions they have got beliefs. They have beliefs in the saviors, their particular philosophy. No. Ours is the acceptance of the Veda as a pramana. That is what Shraddha is. That is why Shraddha we can translate as Shraddha only. We can keep Shraddha as Shraddha. Let us not translate it as a belief or a faith. Though I use the word faith, it is a better word than belief. So we will keep Shraddha as Shraddha. Okay. Now, Shraddha Kidrishi, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasava Shraddha. Why the word Guru is mentioned first? The author puts the word Guru first, because Guru Vakya is Vedanta Vakya. The words of the Guru are the words of the Shastram. Okay, if that is so, why Vedanta Vakya again? Because there are many Gurus now. There are many Gurus in the world who may not teach Vedanta as it is unfolded by the Shastram. Therefore, the Guru Vakya has to be keeping with the Vedanta Vakya. That is why Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu. Guru may use words other than the other than the words in the Vedanta, but it should never contradict the Vedanta Vakyas. Therefore, Shraddha in the Guru is important. Shraddha is necessary not only in the Apurusaya Pramana, that is Vedanta Vakya, but also in the operator of the Pramana. That is the one who teaches that Vedanta Vakya, the one who reveals the Tattvaryam of the Vedanta, that is Guru. This Shraddha is necessary because the teacher, the Guru may add a few things here and there, which may not have been said in the Shastram. Like the Guru may give certain routine, certain disciplines to follow to the students. Because the Guru knows the situation of the student. So these things are not mentioned in the Shastra. The Gurus know that. Therefore, he gives certain disciplines. These are not mentioned in the Shastra. Further, the Guru gives different advices to different students. It is all taking into consideration the individual's situation. So therefore, the student must have Shraddha in the Guru. Another important thing to note here about Shraddha in Guru is that one has to resolve one's will for Pramana to work. Will should not pose any problem. Otherwise, Ahankara will come in the way and you keep judging, you keep questioning the words of the Guru. So then nothing will happen in listening. In Pramana operation, will has no role to play. You see the shawl. Why? Because your eyes cannot but see the shawl if you look towards me. So, like that, similarly, the will has to be surrendered at the altar of the Shastram, the altar of the Guru. The Shraddha will resolve the Agankara so that when the Shastram reveals the Swarupa of Atma, Atmajnanam takes place. When you understand the Swarupa of Atma, then you will understand exactly why Shraddha plays a very important role. So, the addition of the word Guru in the definition of Shraddha, it indicates Vedanta should not be studied without the help of a Guru. If it can be studied without the help of a Guru, then the word Guru need not be mentioned. It is enough to say Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasara Shraddha. It is sufficient. But the word Guru also is there. The author has added Guru also. So Guru and Vedanta should go together. Guru has to teach Vedanta. The Guru should not teach any speculative philosophy, his own philosophy. That is why now in the tradition we say we don't believe in mystical Gurus. We believe in the teacher who comes in a sampradaya, because the Guru has the key to unfold, to unlock the words of the Shastram and reveal the Tattva. Therefore, Vedanta has to be learnt from a Guru. Why? Because what is unfolded by the Vedanta is not direct meaning of the words, but it is implied meaning. That is, it is Shabda Lakshyam, not Shabda Vachyam. This is something very important to understand. You cannot take the words of the Shastram and take the direct meaning. What it means is the implied meaning. The implied meaning can be unfolded only by the Guru. Shabda Lakshyam can be unfolded by the Guru. We don't see the Shabda Vachyam, Shabda Lakshyam. I'll give an example why the Guru is so important. How it is, this is revealed in the Ramayana also. In the Ramayana, we find this episode, that Shiva Dhanush Bhanga episode. Shiva Dhanush, it stands for Vedanta. Rama went to for that Swayambara along with his Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra takes Rama to the Swayambara. There, Shiva Dhanush is there. So there it was announced, whoever lifts the Shiva Dhanush, that person will marry Sita. The Shiva Dhanush stands for Vedanta. And Sita stands for Shanti, that is Moksha. All the great kings, including Ravana, they failed to lift the bow because they approached directly. They did not approach through a preceptor, a Guru. Whereas Rama was able to lift effortlessly the bow because He saluted Vishwamitra and took his permission before lifting the Shiva Dhanush. The Dhanush stands for Vedanta. With Guru Anugraha, he was able to handle the Shiva Dhanush and marry with Moksha, this Sita. That's how Sita Vivaha took place. Okay. In this definition, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasa Shraddha, in some books you will find the word Adishu, Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasaha Shraddha. You will find in some books Adishu word also will be there. So this Adishu means it is conduct, etc. That is Guru's Acharanam, the conduct of a Guru. It becomes guideline for the disciples to follow in daily life. If you analyze, which is the most important thing in gaining knowledge? Only one thing. What is that? Shraddha. Shraddha is the important qualification in gaining Atma Jnana. The one who has got the Shraddha in Shastra, he gets a Guru. He gets a Guru who knows and gains knowledge. If you have a Guru, it implies Shraddha. Because you choose your Guru because of Shraddha. If Shraddha is not there, then if you study Shastram, your approach to Shastram will be just academic. It will give you only academic knowledge. You will not get the benefit for which the Shastram is intended. Gita says, Shraddhavan labate Jnanam, 4th chapter, 39th sloka. Krishna says, Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatpara sanyatendriyaha jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadi gacchati. And the next verse also it says, Atnyasya shraddhanascha samshayatma vinashyati. The one who doubts, he gets destroyed. Destruction means it is spiritual destruction. It will not, that is, his approach to Shastram will be just academic. He will not get moksha, that is what it means. The same topic is covered in the 17th chapter also. Shraddha mayoyam purushaha yogyat shraddho sayeva saha. Krishna says in Gita. And also in the Vedanta Upanishad, the Shraddha is praised. Shanto dananta uparatihi titikshuhu samahita shraddha vitto bhutva atmani atmanyeva atmanam pashyet. Vedanta Upanishad. If you see all the Upanishads, Gita, they all give importance to Shraddha. Chandogya Upanishad says, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. The one who has an Acharya, certainly he knows. It gives so much importance to the Guru, Acharya. Okay. In Viveka Chudamani, there is a beautiful definition for Shraddha. Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharana Sa Shraddha Katita Sadhihi Ya Vastu Palabhyate. That is, the conviction in the Shastra and in the conviction the words of the teacher are said to be Shraddha, by which the truth, the reality is known. This is true. This is true. That attitude towards the Vedanta, towards the words of the Vedanta Shastra and the Guru, that is called Shraddha. Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi. That Satya Buddhi means this is true. That Avadharanam, that conviction, that is called Shraddha. Sa Shraddha Tatita Sadvihi. Whenever we see definitions in Tattvabodha, we also refer to definitions from the other text. I give the meaning of the words. These are all terminologies, Shraddha and all. I refer to the Vedanta Sara, written by Sadanandaji, and also Viveka Chudamani, written by Arishankaracharya. So I refer these books for the definition of these certain terminologies, Shraddha. Vedanta Sara, in the Tattvabodha, it defines Shraddha in a very simple way, just so much of information in it, so much it has to give. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha. So beautifully, it is in simple words. Tattvabodha has presented the meaning of the word Shraddha. We can discuss more on Shraddha. There are a lot of other topics to be discussed. Since it's 9 o'clock now, we don't have time. So in the next class we'll continue with the Shraddha, how to gain Shraddha. What are the means of gaining Shraddha? We will see. We'll continue this same topic in the next class also. So we'll conclude now. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Thank you.
Namaste. Dhanyawad.